Hi, I'm Kat, and this tutorial is how to make this suede lace charm bracelet. It's really fast, really easy to make. Basically, if you can tie a knot and do a braid, you can make this bracelet. Also, what I love about this is that suede lace comes in a bunch of different colors. So all you have to do is go to Michael's, Walmart, Joann's, Beverly's, Hobby Lobby. You're going to find a whole variety of suede lace. And I think all of this applies to make this bracelet cost me less than $7. For this project, you'll need some scissors and some pliers. It's helpful if they also have a cutter on them, or you'll also need some wire cutters, some suede or leather lace, chain, jump rings, and various charms. You'll want to cut enough of the lace to wrap very loosely around your wrist several times. And what I've done is made a loop quite a length in on my lace before I've cut it, wrapped it around my wrist 3 times, and I have enough extra length on it to also grab the loop in the palm of my hand and some extra length to be able to hold it like that. And then once I know that I've got enough length on there, I'll cut it off of the spool. And this is because your bracelet needs to wrap around your wrist, plus you're going to be tying some knots in it and braiding it. So once I've got that first length cut, I'm going to grab the 2 ends of it and then find the very center of that length. Grab a 3rd string of lace and kind of place it in the middle of that loop. And then cut that 3rd string where the ends of my original string are. You'll want to keep hold of that loop in the middle of your long string and then put the end of your shorter string kind of in the middle. And then tie a knot over all 3. And when you're tying this knot, it's to secure the loop on this end. Now, this loop is designed to hold on to the knot that you're going to tie at the opposite end of your bracelet, and that's how you're going to secure it on your wrist. When you tie the knot on the opposite end of your bracelet, it's going to be roughly the same size as this one. So you'll want to make sure that you make this loop the right size, that it's going to fit over that loop, but not so big that the knot is just going to slip through it. Once you've got that knot tied in there, you'll want to take your jump ring and make sure that your jump rings are, at least you can have some that are a smaller size for the charms, and then maybe 1 or 2 larger ones that are large enough to fit around the cord for this part. And this part is optional. If you don't have any chain, you don't have to do this, but I think it just adds a little something fun. And you'll want to take this jump ring and slide it through the knot that you just made. Once I've gotten it around one of those little pieces of lace, I'll go ahead and attach the very end of my chain. Close it up. Make sure it's secure, and I'm actually going to slide the portion of the jump ring that opens back into the knot, because then my chain is far less likely to eventually fall off of that section. Alright, so I've clipped my work up there at the top, and now I'm just going to start braiding. And I'm going to have this piece of chain always follow the same piece of cord as I braid, just so everything stays nice and neat. And as you begin braiding, you'll notice that because your laces are flat, they're going to have a tendency to want to twist as you're braiding. Try your best to keep the right side of your lace up at all times. So I'm starting with this side of the lace up, and I'm going to try and keep it facing up the entire time that I'm braiding. And this will keep the sides of your lace from showing quite as much, and it makes your braid a little bit wider and a little bit neater. I understand that you want a different hand, but of course. And once you've braided the entire length of your bracelet, tie a knot as close to the ends of your strings as possible. Once you've tied your knot, you can trim the rough edges if you like. Next, you'll want to secure your chain as close to the knot as possible. So run it through where its companion lace finishes. Trim the chain using your wire cutters or pliers. Then open another jump ring, put it through the end of your chain, and secure it into the knot the same way you did at the opposite end of your bracelet. Next, you'll want to bring out your charms and attach them to your bracelet. If you have a limited number of charms, you'll want to space them out across your bracelet. And I like to do this a little bit beforehand so that I know how much space I'm going to put in between each charm. And now I'm going to secure all of my charms to my bracelet with the small jump rings using the chain that's running throughout the bracelet. If you opted to not use the chain in your bracelet, you'll need to use the larger jump rings that are large enough to fit around your cord. And then to wear your bracelet, you just slide the knot through the loop. And that is your finished bracelet.
And birds shall fly.